the Wealth Mastery series. I am so pumped about this content for today because I was testing y'all out yesterday if you're going to be able to pick up what I was dropping, and you guys are on point. You have leveled up so much since we started doing this mindset work together the last few years. And if you've come to us and you're new, you guys are definitely vibing where we're hanging out right now, because we are going to that next level today. We're going to start to really understand the universal laws and how to tap into these tools and really start to look at our world in a whole new way and how we're showing up in it and how we can shift our perspective to create what we want in our lives. If you're here, I suspect you're here because you want to learn more. You want your life to be happier. You want more wealth and abundance and prosperity and health in all the areas of your life. And it starts with you. And when you can take complete ownership of that, everything changes. So I want to welcome you guys on to day 2. The comments are already blowing up, which just lights up my fire. Have you guys been enjoying this so far? Have you been doing your homework? We are streaming on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and YouTube. Okay, so wherever you're hanging out, if you're just jumping in, especially if you're on Instagram, or not on Facebook, I should say, you can actually come into our Facebook group afterwards, into Goal Digger Creatives, and get the replays and the homework and all the things. But if you did your homework, let us know in the comments. I actually read every single homework post last night, and it just made my heart so happy to see already the insights and the breakthroughs, and you all just rolling up your sleeves and doing the work. It's not about watching more videos, you guys. We are not short on content. We have education constipation. It is about not only learning, but implementing. That's why we say hashtag get lit, learn, implement, take action. And I see you guys doing that, and that's fantastic. For those of you that participated in VIP, I'm so glad that you guys upgraded. This means you get lifetime access to all of these trainings, all of the VIP Zoom sessions. So you can go back and watch this again and again and again. So you can just put VIP in the comments if you want to jump into the private Zoom session after today. And that way we can dive into this material, because for most of you, you've probably not heard this material I'm going to teach today. You probably heard of it, but not actually learned about it and how it can apply to your life. So you're probably going to have some questions, and we can dig into that together in day 2. And just so you guys know how much fire we're going to put into today, I'm wearing bright pink lipstick. So if y'all watch my videos, I don't wear bright pink lipstick very often. That's how serious I am about the fire we're going to drop here. Okay, you guys ready? All right, so for day 2, if you guys need any help, you don't know where to go or anything like that, just put coach in the comments and my team will reach out to you. Also, we have opened up a brand new program. We have some details coming on that momentarily. But first, I actually wanted to let you guys meet some of the incredible women that have stepped into our programs, that are actually working with myself and our coaching team. Like, what is it actually like to make that decision to go ahead and invest in yourself and trust us to be your coach, and being able to be into our community, come into our community in a more intimate level. So I'm actually going to be introducing a few ladies to you over the next couple of days. So first up, I have Jessica Cannon from Backstage. She's somebody who, my favorite thing about Jessica is she is like me, meaning we are cut from the same cloth. She's a go-getter. She's driven. She gets scrappy if she needs to. She hustles, like she makes it happen. She's having incredible success in her business that she's created. And it's totally different than 99% of the people watching this. So if you're like, oh, well, I'm not a coach and I'm not a network marketer, it doesn't matter. The principles apply. So for those of you that want to learn social media, lead gen, audience building, like how to create more and really tackle that mindset, you can absolutely be in any niche, any industry, it doesn't matter. So I'm going to bring her from Backstage, Jessica Cannon. Hi,
Hey.
Jessica.
Hey, Kimberly.
Hey, thanks for being on.
Yes.
You're the best ever. So I just would love for you to introduce yourself. You may be new to some of the people watching. So start off, just tell everyone a little bit about you, your background, what you do.
So my name is Jessica Cannon. I am a Georgia girl. We live in Southwest Georgia, about 35 minutes from Tallahassee, Florida. I've been here all my life. Married to my husband for 26 years, 3 beautiful kids. They keep me very crazy busy. They're almost grown. A couple of them are grown. They think they're all grown. We have done many things over our years. We have flipped houses, rental property. My husband worked in the dry cleaning business for 17 years, took a life decision, changed our whole, shifted everything, got introduced to the hunting world, which I mean, we've always hunted. I'm from Georgia. Who doesn't hunt? From Georgia. Anyway, I shifted to the hunting world, introduced to these amazing dogs. So naturally, my business mind kicks in. Great dogs. There's a need. And it just developed into this kennel that we have. So we have Dirt Road Dog Company. We have been breeding, raising, training, providing amazing dogs for people for 15 years. About 2.5 years, we moved from our location in the country on 16 acres to 100 acres, built a brand new kennel. COVID, it was during COVID, it was crazy. And just basically boomed since then. And we were booming before, but it just grew and grew and grew. And I've never had a website, and always have marketed Facebook, Instagram, not until my children got onto me a couple years ago and said, "Mom, you're not on Instagram. Get on Instagram."
Come on now.
But my main reason, I've always spun wheels too. Yes, we've been very successful in a lot of our endeavors, and made a couple bad decisions here and there, but I always have there's just a part that's missed for me. I think inside, and just me as a woman, and just that fire. And that's how I got attracted to Kimberly in this program. I think I watched a couple of, join Gold Digger Boss Babes, and would see stuff every now and then. And it just clicked with me. And it was just something unique about her and her pink lipstick.
I know, right? I mean, I had to.
Well, you see me. I mean, I'm a hot mess today. I've already walked up and everything else. But like Kimberly said, our business is different. It's not. I don't do the coaching. I don't do network marketing. We're a personal based business. I deal one-on-one with people. So it is a different role play for me in this program. So it's been a little bit. I've had to adjust the material to my liking, but then it's also geared me in a different way to know how, okay, I can use groups, I can use things to help grow what I already have here. And I have a goal, but my goals shift a lot, and I'm just kind of one of those that does, like she said, flies by the seat of my pants. So.
Yeah, I mean, you got to build the rocket ship while you're flying. And
That's
the way the economy is, the marketplace, consumers, the buying behaviors, everything has changed. Before the pandemic and during it, totally changed. Patterns were way whacked out, and so people are seeing extremes in their businesses. And so what we have to understand is what we want to learn is skills that will last for life. We want to learn skills that allow us to navigate the ups and downs of being an entrepreneur, business owner. And so you obviously have a lot of different, background with business experience, but I want to commend you because you had growth, had success, and you said, yeah, and there are other things I want to learn. And so let me find somebody who is an expert in that I can learn from so I can get even better. And I think that's awesome. So what would you say coming into the program, what's been your biggest transformation, aha, breakthroughs that you've had in the program so far while being with us?
I think honestly, mainly it's a program on financial growth and how to master wealth, but it has made me dig deep inside to figure out who I really am and what my goals really are and where my faults are, so that I can change them to be better for not only my community that I'm developing, but also my household and my family and my kids. I know that sounds crazy. This is a wealth mastery course, but it is really made me look at, okay, what's holding me back from the things that I can't achieve. And Wendy is my coach, and she'll tell you, some days I think I'm spinning wheels, and she's like, no, you're good. But I just keep going, and, I may not read all the material like I should, but I'm just pumping and I'm going. And I think it's your push to make us better as women.
Aww.
and to make us know that we can achieve anything. I've also seen a tremendous growth in my Facebook and Instagram. My posts have changed, integrated. I've worked on reels more. I've seen a growth in my Instagram numbers. Get a little frustrated sometimes because you get so concentrated on the numbers, but you just can't do that.
Right.
And so that has been huge because I do not have a website. I have worked this business for years off of those two platforms. I am building a website now. My daughter is doing that for me, and she's doing a great job.
Yay.
But I think those are the key components. That it's just made me believe in the fact that, hey, I can do that.
Mhm.
I can be that girl that is at the top. And that's huge for us as women, I think.
Yeah, yeah, just to have that belief in yourself. And it's funny because all of you from the outside listening to Jessica's story, you're like, oh wow, she's had success and her business is growing. And then what we forget is she's human. You're human, and so we have our own limiting beliefs of, can we do that? Can we be better? Can we grow this into something big? I mean, you have the potential to tap into a brand new niche that, like we've talked about, and it's pretty powerful, but you have to believe that's possible, and I've seen a lot of growth in you really fast. Like,
Yeah.
it's pretty cool to watch you, just your confidence and self-belief and all of that. What would you say to those that are newer to us or maybe haven't invested in a program with us, as far as, the ROI, the money, is it worth it to spend that money if you're not sure how quickly it will come back? The intangibles. What would you say to somebody who's kind of on the fence if this is the right fit for them?
Well, I think it kind of always goes back to you have to spend money to make money.
Mm-hmm.
I've always been that way. I wasn't raised that way. My dad was a tightwad, but it is the truth. And if you don't invest in yourself, it's an investment in yourself, and then it's also an accountability because you have that money in. There'll be days that you don't feel like doing any of this, but then you think, okay, I do have this invested, and it's not only a monetary investment; it's an investment in yourself.
Yes.
And you have to take that leap in yourself to believe that I am worthy and worth the money that I'm fixing to spend on myself. We moms, if we're not, I mean, even if you're not a mom, just as a woman, we don't invest in ourselves as much as we should. And I think that's a key component for everyone, all women. We don't think that we're worthy of that. Oh, I can go spend $500 on my kids, but I can't spend that on me. Why am I worthy of that? We have to believe that we're worth the investment. We are.
Yes, I love that. And it just goes with our theme of what we're talking about. That's fabulous. Well, if y'all want to check out Jessica and how she's rocking it on Facebook and Instagram, it's Jessica Cannon. What's your Instagram? What is the username?
My Instagram for my personal page is Jessica Cannon 5, but the main place you can check me out is Dirt Road Dog Company on both of those as well.
Dirt Road Dog Company.
Dirt Road Dog Company.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just go follow her, you guys. Of course, to support her, but also see how she's taking, her business and her personal brand and equating it right on just social media in real time. I think that'll be good for you guys. So, thank you, Jessica. I appreciate you. You're amazing. All right, thanks, girl. All right, y'all. So I forgot to tell you, go ahead and tag the person who invited you. And thanks on Instagram for hanging with us, because I know you probably couldn't catch up much on that interview. So tag the person who invited you in the comments. If it's one of our influencers, one of our coaches, one of our business strategists, tag them in the comments so that they know you're here, and tag a friend. Friends don't challenge alone. So make sure your friends know that you're here hanging out, learning this amazing content. We also have a winner from day one. This winner is getting some awesome stuff from us. You're getting our Goal Digger devotionals, Goal Digger journal, and you're getting our 90-day goal crusher. So this 90-day goal crusher is awesome. So that way you can plan out your goal and map it out and have a way to track it every day with the journal. And you can actually get any of these items at our swag shop. So just connect with your contact at Goal Digger and we'll get you the link for that. All proceeds go to our nonprofit Elephant Sisters, where we support women in our communities and their families. And we're really passionate about that. So you can purchase things feeling good that you're supporting others. So the winner for day one is Katrina Buckles. Congratulations, Katrina. go ahead and shoot me a message or your contact at Gold Digger. Let us know your address, and then we'll go ahead and get those shipped out to you. So congratulations, Katrina. You won day one's giveaway. We're going to have another giveaway for day two. We will give you all the information on that at the end of today's training, because like any good marketer, I make sure that I have that carrot there to sustain your attention, because I know what I'm up against. I want to commend you for making it to day two. For those of you that are here and you're present and you've been engaging and doing the homework, you are different. You are absolutely different than 95% of the population. So it doesn't mean they're wrong or bad or anything like that. That just means you are a superstar. You're shining your light bright, and you are saying, I want a different life. I want to create a different reality, and I'm getting in the driver's seat, and I am ready to make this happen. So I'm really proud of each and every one of you. Okay, so who's excited to learn about the universal laws? Whenever I say universal laws, sometimes people go, oh no, is this going to be some weird, stuff, woo-woo, whatever, however you want to describe it. So the universal laws are actually biblically based. So whatever your faith is, whatever you believe in, but I know we have a strong Christian community, here in Gold Digger community. So it's actually biblically based. You can look it up, refer to Jeremiah 33:25, and I think it's talking about something about the universal laws. It's like ordained over the heavens and the earth, something like that. But they're talking about the universal laws. Okay. So this is, definitely rooted in faith, but not necessarily taught the way that I'm going to teach it. And one of the reasons why I love teaching more, some of these complex ideas is because I have a way of breaking them down and into a simple way for us to digest. So that way we can apply it to our lives. That's what we want to do. We don't want to just learn like we talked about. So I'm really excited to teach this to you today, because I really believe that there's going to be things I say today that you needed to hear. And there's going to be things that you start thinking about on a day-to-day basis based on what you learn, where it's going to shift your entire perspective. Okay. So for those of you just joining us, we have a workbook that we're working off of that supports this Wealth Mastery series. And if you don't have it, that's okay. Just take notes. Make sure you get out pen and paper though, because I do talk fast and it's going to be jam-packed just like yesterday. Okay. So get out pen and paper so that way you can take notes, and it's proven when we write things down that we retain more of it as well. Okay. You guys ready? You guys ready to jump into day two? Okay. Let me know in the comments if you're ready. Okay, here we go. There are a lot of universal laws, and we're going to cover 12 of them today. Okay, we're going to cover 12 universal laws. I actually picked out the ones that I felt were most applicable to what we were talking about right now, what we're teaching on. There was even one last night. I was like, oh, I forgot that one, but we're actually going to be covering that inside of the Millionaire Mindset Experience. Okay, so for any of you that didn't make it yesterday, or maybe caught part of yesterday and popped off, we have a brand new program launching right now. It kicks off on Tuesday. It's called the Millionaire Mindset Experience. You're going to get 12 weeks with me, where each week I'm going to deliver a different module. I'm going to live teach it. You're going to have Q&A with me. So you're going to be able to ask me questions based on the material. And so we're going to be working through everything from start to finish to cultivate a millionaire mindset. And the reason why I described it as the Millionaire Mindset Experience is because it's not enough to listen for a couple of days and be like, okay, I get what she's saying. The way that we actually change is by being it. So the experiences and I need at least 12 weeks. Well, I could have probably done it in 8 weeks, but I wanted to be safe. So it's 12 weeks. 8 to 12 weeks is typically when transformation happens, whether it's in the gym and you're working out and you're looking for physical changes, or a breakthrough in your business. It's about the 8 to 12 week mark is what research has shown. So what my intention is with this time together is that I can actually work with you to transform your mindset. So you're thinking differently. So you're thinking from the place of multiple 6-figure earner, 7-figure earner. Okay. So in this time together, we're going to be covering everything from mindset to marketing to money. So it is business focused for sure. And we're really going to be getting into brand new material though that we've never taught before. So if you've done other programs of ours, or maybe you're in some of our 12 months and you're like, is this already in there? No, this is brand new information. This is for the person who says, I want true transformation. I want to calibrate to a new level and stay there. I want to learn how to sustain what I'm learning and not just feel really good while I'm live with you for an hour, Kimberly. Okay. So if you want to jump in, just put MME in the comments for Millionaire Mindset Experience, MME. And we kick off Tuesday. Everything will be recorded. You'll get lifetime access and you'll get a beautiful book. I'm actually waiting for the proof. It'll be here tomorrow, but it looks something like this. You'll get, I taped this and made this up. This is how creative I am over here. Okay, so you're gonna get an awesome companion guide, all the things, and we're not gonna be messing around in those 12 weeks together, okay? So just put MME, and it's $9.97. If you wanna do a payment plan, it's $367 a month. Get that $367 down. We'll work together, obviously, to get you into a different place so that you can learn to create more, attract more, and retain more and hold more. Because like Jessica said, when you really start to understand this material, you will see that you're worthy. You have to believe you're worthy. And when you invest in yourself, you are signaling to the universe, to yourself, to people around you that you believe you are worthy. It starts with you, okay? And welcome to those of you that jumped in already. I saw we already had some people register. You are getting a customized guided visualization from me. How cool is that? And then everyone who registers for the Millionaire Mindset Experience before we kick off the last session tomorrow. So if you enroll between now and tomorrow at 11 a.m. Central, you're going to get our multiple streams to multi-millions course that we have. So if you already enrolled in MME, you get this as well. Everyone who enrolls between now and 11 a.m. Central tomorrow, you're going to get a bonus. It's our multiple streams to multi-millions masterclass. And it's very much all about multiple streams of income. Okay. So if you're like, I want that, I want to do affiliate marketing and different things. And how do I do that on social? What does that look like? The course is all built around multiple streams. Okay. All right, let's jump in. So I have 12 for you. As I mentioned, these 12 universal laws are thought to be intrinsic, unchanging laws. So it's kind of like gravity, right? We all know there's gravity. That's the same principle behind the universal laws. The interesting thing about universal laws is we're dealing with energetics. So if you've heard of energetics or energy, and you're like, oh, we are energy. Okay, everybody's energy. Okay, have you ever walked into a room and you could feel the energy? Yeah, I walked into this baby shower one time and everybody was so like, just not, it was not my people. I was just said hello to the girl who was having a baby and I was kind, and then I walked out because I could feel it. I'm like, I am not available for this kind of energy. How can you explain that? That's energy. Okay. So these are all dealing with energy. They're invisible, they're intangible. So I'm going to encourage you just to be really open as you hear them. And if it's brand new to you, just do your best. We're going to pull a few of them for part of your homework. So you don't need to understand all of them. I want you to just kind of listen and take it in. Okay. Sound good? Okay. So we're going to utilize these laws to master all areas of our lives. When we get into mastery, that's why we call this wealth mastery. It's where we have mastered something, meaning we've got it down. Okay. So when you can get to the point where you recognize, so it doesn't mean you're perfect. It doesn't, I am human, ask my team, my husband. It doesn't mean that I don't lose my temper, don't go off the handle with my team sometimes. You all know that, right? It doesn't mean that they don't. We're all human. But mastery comes when we can identify that quickly and adjust our sails and get back to a high vibe, get back to where we need to be energetically to get in alignment with what we want. Right now, I am building a version of myself that is different than I am right now. A lot of you have probably seen my branding change, my photos change, just the way I'm being. If you go back and watch my videos, even from a year ago, you will see a huge difference. And you'll wonder, was she being herself? Is she fake now? No. I have calibrated to a new level. I'm a different person. So in order to be who I am right in front of you now, I had to act differently. I had to think differently. I had to respond differently and readjust differently. Okay. So that's what we want to do, is we want to realize that mastery comes from being able to recognize when we're getting off track and get back on track as soon as possible. That's all it is. The goal is to stay in a high vibe as much as humanly possible. And then we can attract what we want, which I'm going to dig into right now. Okay. First one, law of attraction. Y'all have heard this one before from The Secret, right? But when we focus on what we want versus what we don't want, it will show up in our life. So you have to believe what you are seeking is possible. You have to believe it in your soul, okay? A lot of times it has to do with your own self-belief. You have to believe it. So drop below in the comments for me, what's something that you really desire this year, okay? So maybe it's to get out of debt, maybe quit your job, retire your husband, hit the top rank of the company, be able to make six figures. Uh-oh, what is this? Oh, it's some weird backup thing. Okay, I was like, what is that? It's like this big black box. That's never good when it pops up on your screen. Okay, so put in the comments what's something, oh yeah, a better home, better neighborhood, going on vacation, paying cash for a trip. What's something that you really want that's kind of bigger, okay? Financial security. So what does that mean? Does that mean you have a certain amount of money coming in every month? Oh, break ground on a new house, writing a book. Okay, so instead of beginning to write the book, maybe writing the book, it being done, hitting director, okay, get out of debt. Okay, now I want you to think about what you just wrote down. Be honest, because I'm going to work with you on this otherwise. So it's okay. Be really honest. Do you believe that that's possible right now? Like where you're at right now with your mindset and how you spend most of your day and how you think about things and the way your schedule's going and the self-sabotage we talked about yesterday. And some of you may say, yes, do you truly believe it's possible? I like that. I will make 100,000 a year. Okay, so you do believe it's possible for the most part. Okay, good. So if you're focused on, and if you put no, that's probably where most people really are, right? Like we believe it. We're like, I could do that. Anything's possible. But then, tomorrow when you're on your own and you're, thinking about going live or something, you're like, what am I even doing? Right? It's like we talk ourselves out of it. Okay. So the law of attraction, what you want to think about is to think about, what do you truly desire? What do you really desire? What is it? And what would it feel like? And I want you to describe this for me. So whatever you all put up at the top, what would it feel like to have that become fulfilled? The wish is fulfilled. The desire is fulfilled. It has come to fruition. What would it feel like? Drop in the comments what it would feel like when some of you said you're making 100K a year, six-figure earner. Yes. When you break ground on that home and you're there and you go and you see you've broken ground. Okay. Oh, I love that, Holly. Relief, safer, a lot of relief, freedom. So proud. Yeah, I would feel so proud. Amazing sense of relief, relaxed and abundant. Okay, now I want to ask you to go a little deeper for me. Just kind of take a breath because I know your mind is going really fast, probably like mine, empowered, proud, and grateful. Take a breath, and I want you to close your eyes just for a quick minute. And whatever it is that you said to me, visualize it. So breaking ground is easy. Moving to a nicer home, a bigger home is easy. But what about some of the other things like financial security? What does that look like? Close your eyes and get it in your mind. So is it you open your bank account and there's a certain amount of money in there? Or you write that check for the last credit card and you're truly debt-free? Or it's a year from now and you get your 1099s in and you realize you broke six figures. Okay, I want you to really sit with it. When that happens, how does it feel? You should feel a little emotion if you're doing this, where you're really tapping in. You should feel emotional about it. If not, that's okay. Don't shit on yourself. All right. Now open your eyes and put in the comments what you feel. Did any other emotions come up for you? We have thoughts, which you guys just thought about it. Then we have feelings. We have thoughts and then we have feelings. Those feelings allow us to dictate our actions. So the law of attraction is where we choose to think about what we want. Look at the difference. Goosebumps, chills, crying, happy tears. Oh, shoulders feel lighter. I can take a deep breath. Oh, feels different, doesn't it? That's because you really, really went there. I'm proud of you. Okay, so grateful. So Holly saying, crying like a baby, grateful. This is so powerful. Right now in this moment, you are in alignment with what you want. Isn't that cool? Because when you feel grateful and you're crying like a baby, you're grateful for something that hasn't even happened, but you're feeling the feelings of gratitude now before it's come to fruition. That's the name of the game. That is the secret, okay? And that's the law of attraction. Like attracts like. So we have to be really specific on what we want, but we want to go there. Okay. So it's not, oh man, when I step on the scale, I want to be 20 pounds less, or I want to zip my jeans up and not have to lay down on the bed and like scoot your way in. Right. That's not going to get you there. You just think about, man, I have, love handles flapping over my jeans and I don't fit my clothes. That's going to attract more of what we don't want. What we want to do is we want to sit with what we want, sit with it and feel it. So think, you control the thoughts, the feelings will come, and those feelings are getting you in alignment with what you want. Okay. I have a good book for you. It's called The Power of Awareness by Neville Goddard. I don't know how to spell it. If you Google it, it'll come up. The Power of Awareness. Now, it's on the Kindle, or you can get paperback. If you want to do the Audible, just buy his whole collection, because it's all of his books in one thing on Audible 1.5 speed, and they're all short. So he is literally he's a legend in this space of attracting what you want into your life. Okay. So it's next level. So grab that book. If you're like listening to this and you're like, oh my gosh. Okay. So what we just did is going to pass. So we're going to learn other things right now. Probably feel good. You feel good around me because I'm vibrating high right now. So you feel like you're up here with me. Okay. So when you leave this live, or you leave VIP, or you go off to do your own thing. Okay. Thanks, Kristen. What's going to happen is you're going to drop down to a lower vibration. Typically, that's where most people hang out. So what we're going to do is, in the Millionaire Mindset Experience, I'm going to teach you how to stay up and stay in that place. So you spend most of your time thinking about what you're creating, what you're attracting, what you're manifesting, what's coming, and you're feeling good now as if it's already happened. Okay. Next one, law of vibration. Everything that manifests itself into your life is there because it matches the vibration from your thoughts. Thoughts, feelings. We attract things based off of that. Okay. Everything has a vibrational frequency, from physical matter to one's personal frequency. That's why when you meet someone, you're like, oh my gosh, like, have you ever met someone, you're like, oh my gosh, it's like I've known her my whole life. The book, Brenda, we can DM it to you too. It's called The Power of Awareness by Neville Goddard. If you just Google Power of Awareness, it'll come right up. So have you ever met someone before and just right away you're like jiving? You're like, okay, like I love you. Like, where have you been my whole life? Okay. That's because you have similar frequencies. My friend, I just went to visit her and her baby, and she's been studying all of this for years. And she said, "Oh, did you hear about all the like our update? Our clothing has vibrational frequencies." I was like, "Oh, our clothing, great." And she's like, "Yeah." She's like, the highest ones. She said like cotton is like 100 on the frequency metrics or whatever. She said the highest ones are wool and linen. It's like 5,000 or something. And I thought, isn't that interesting? Like, even clothing has vibration. Everything has vibration. Okay. So with the law of vibration, this is what I want you to think about. Whatever you want in your life, the things you want to manifest are up here. So if we're like looking at a chart, up here is high vibe. This is everything that you want is up here. If you want abundance, prosperity, you want a new home, a new job, a happy family, a better body, meaning you feel good in your body, more energy, it's all up here. That's high vibe. Okay. Now, if you're down here, so you're thinking about it not being here, you're frustrated about the bills, the news is bringing you down, the world is ending, everybody sucks, or, people are mean, whatever, your husband, you're down here, or you're just lost in your own thoughts telling yourself you suck, you're down here. Well, there's a gap here. There's a disconnect. This is what you want. This is the vibration. This is where you are. You cannot attract it. You're actually repelling it away from you. So if you feel like I've been trying for so long to make money and it's not happening, most likely, it's a law. It's up here. The money's up here and you're down here. Now, you might once in a while come up here, but where are you holding steady? Okay, what's your set point? Think of it that way. What is your set point? Okay, so your whole goal in life is to get here, what we just did in the last exercise. Okay, so be mindful that everything has vibration. So whatever it is you want, you just have to get in alignment with it and hold it until it comes, and you let go of the outcome. You don't know when it's going to come. We don't know when. It's all in God's perfect timing when things happen. We don't know when. We don't get to control when, and we let go of the outcome, and then we allow it to come in when it's supposed to. Okay. Law of correspondence is the next one. I love this one. It's happening for you, not to you, right? It's happening for you, not to you. So our reality that we see right now is a mirror of what's happening inside us at the moment. So we just shared some really great feelings, but where have you been feeling lately? Drop it in the comments. So if your life is fearful and chaotic, like you're afraid, you're just like, oh my gosh, my husband, people are getting let go at his job, or maybe your job, or oh my gosh, interest rates are high, and you feel fearful, or it's very chaotic, right? You're just all over the place. You're a hot mess. You're a self-proclaimed hot mess, which we need to replace that identity, but you're a self-proclaimed hot mess express, right? And you just, oh my gosh, I can't seem to get it together, and I don't understand time zones. So I'm sorry I missed my appointment. Like you're just all over the place. Well, that's actually because you have fear and chaos inside of you. You have fear and chaos inside of you. Therefore, your life is reflecting that on the outside. Okay. So ask, what can this situation show me about myself? What healing needs to be required, or what healing is required here? What do I need to make peace with? What do I need to shift? So for me, one of the things that I am rewiring is the feeling of we have lights going around at the school right now too. It's like, I remember those days. Okay. So for me, I'm trying to think of an example. So one of the things great example is for my human design, when I get out of alignment, I get frustrated. And so that shifts into anger really quickly. That's always been a thing for me my whole life. I grew up in a very angry household. So I picked up, that's what you do. You get angry, you get injustice, right? Like I can't stand it when things are not right. I feel indignant about it. So one of the things I worked on is, yes, I get frustrated, but I don't shift into anger. I don't fly off the handle. I take some time to calm down, and I'm not perfect. My team knows this, but I'm working on it. But I'm creating a new identity for myself to say, all right, what is my world telling me? Why am I getting frustrated about things? Why am I getting angry? Okay, what's that telling me? It's me. I am reacting. Let me just calm down. Let me ask myself, okay, what's going on here? What's my part in this? And what do I want? What do I want to be? What do I want the outcome to be? What do I want things to be? How are they going to look different? And then I get to go and make that happen and shift. You see the shift there? Also, you guys, I'm like, it's my brain. Just, I can't help it. I have a good documentary for you to watch. Not documentary, it's a movie, but he kind of did it documentary style. One of my favorite spiritual mentors, he's since gone into heaven, but Wayne Dyer is one of my favorites. Like my man, he was actually born in Mount Clemens, Michigan, which is where I was born. And he has a movie he did called The Shift, SHIFT, The Shift. So if you look it up, maybe Amazon Video, just Google it, you'll find it, The Shift. And it's done by Wayne Dyer. It's going to explain this to you, and you're going to watch it and go, if you're visual like me, you're going to get it. Okay. So check that out. Next one, law of inspiring action. Inspired action is that gentle internal nudge. It's not always a plan of action. So taking real actionable steps is an important part of manifestation. I think that there's some misconceptions around manifestation where people envision, meditating all day or just allowing things to come in. That's the feminine energy. And yes, that is important. But then we also need to balance that out with action, which is the masculine energy. So you just want to slow down. If you're not seeing inspired action coming up for you, it's most likely because you're moving too fast. You're rooted, a lot of your mindset is rooted in doubt right now, scarcity, lack, and you can't even hear the downloads of inspired action. So I would recommend getting quiet, creating space for it, and asking for internal guidance. But what that is how you have that little inkling, a little nudge, a little idea pops up where it's something random. You should, after this is done, like this training, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go live in my Facebook group, and I'm going to share a few things I learned today. That I think my people would love this. Like, I'm just going to give a few takeaways. That's inspired action. That's what we're supposed to act on because that's divine. It came out of nowhere. Okay. What happens is the next thought is not divine. Some people call it it's the enemy. It's different descriptions around it. I think it's just your own self-limiting beliefs. The next thought is, oh no, I'm not going to do that. That's dumb. Or I don't have makeup on. Forget it. I can't go live. That next thought is not serving you, y'all. It's not serving you. When you get that idea of like, oh, I should reach out to that person, go reach out to that person. Don't let the doubt overcome you. Okay. Also, with inspiring action, let go of the need to control everything and be open to new possibilities. So if you're trying to plan everything and control everything and it's got to be a certain way, you're squashing all creativity. Not, I shouldn't say all. You're squashing a lot of possibilities, different options, different outcomes, maybe somebody else coming into your world that you didn't even plan on. That creative co-creation process, you're squashing that. So let's relax a little bit and let go of the need to control. The need to control is a limiting belief. It comes from something that, from childhood or whatever. We want to be safe. So we feel like if we control everything, we're safe. How's that working for you? Right? So just reflect on that. Okay. And as you're going through this, just like yesterday, you don't want to judge yourself at all. This is judgment free. This is observation. This is reflecting. Law of compensation. Your efforts will always come back to you positively. You reap what you sow. So if you're seeking something, you must contribute towards the goal and see it through. So what we find is that people they'll go at something, a goal for a couple of weeks, maybe a month, max is about 6 weeks. Then people quit. That's typically what happens. They're posting every day on social, they're working on their Instagram, they're doing TikToks, and then a month in, 6 weeks in, they quit because they're like, I'm not making any money from this, or this is pointless, or this is dumb, or I'm exhausted, or whatever story you want to tell yourself. If you're consistent and you see it through and you keep going until it happens, it will happen. That's the law of compensation. These are laws, you guys. Like, these have been studied. Like I said, they're biblically based, but these have been around for thousands of years. Okay. So really, really start playing with these is what I would encourage you, and start looking at things through this lens. The next one's the law of relativity. When a man sits, I wanted to put a little recap for each one, and I could not find a good one for this one. So y'all are just going to have to laugh your booties off at my summary. The law of relativity. When a man sits with a pretty girl for an hour, it seems like a minute. But let him sit on a hot stove for a minute, and it's longer than an hour. It's hilarious. So that's like an old quote from 100 years ago, but who cares? So you get the point though, right? It's all relative. If you have been, you're waiting in line for something, and, if you've taken your kids to Disney, it feels like 1,000 years, right? Now, if you are, maybe you have, you get a weekend to go see your parents and you never see them, the weekend goes like that, doesn't it? It's the law of relativity. Okay. So what this means is it comes down to your perspective. Okay. And perception of everything in your life. Everything it's based on your perception. This whole world comes through your eyes. It's your perception of it. We've all seen how polarizing, beliefs are, political beliefs, all the things with the world. We saw the biggest polarization in the history of the world the last couple of years, right? Extreme polarization, to the point where if you're over here talking to people over here, you're just like, are you from another planet? Because you don't understand. That's the law of relativity. You see things totally different than somebody else does too. What is that? Team, we have some randomness coming from YouTube. We have some coaching for you that can probably help you out there. Okay. So the other thing with the law of relativity is comparison is the thief of joy. Comparison is the thief of joy. Don't compare your chapter 1 to somebody else's chapter 20. As you're on this journey of building your business, self-discovery, all the things, and you see others that seem to have it all, don't compare. Look at them for inspiration and be like, okay, there's proof that what I want is out there, right? Like, use that to inspire you. Don't use it to compare, okay? Always ask yourself, this is my favorite thing in the whole wide world, is what meaning am I giving this? So we have this YouTube person that popped on here that's trying to spam our thing. What meaning am I giving that? Well, if I was beginning out, starting out, I would be mortified and upset. Oh my gosh, this, and you guys can't all see it because it's dual streaming, but we have some spamming going on from YouTube. And I would go, oh my gosh, right? Well, the meaning I can give it now is, wow, my YouTube channel has grown so much and it has created so much visibility that somebody who spends their day, trying to find places to hang out and spam found mine. Wow, look at me. Okay. So it's the law of relativity. It's what meaning are you giving it? If you see your husband and he, I'm trying to think of an example. So my husband, he is, he has a director role he works for the state of Texas. He has a director role. So he's got management, that boss hat on, but he also is, from Michigan as well. And he loves the country. He loves hunting. He will come to me and he'll say, oh, hey, I'm going to go cut this, I need to go cut some trees because we have a few acres that we live on and we just moved in here this summer. The meaning I can give to that is he's cutting trees. Like, what does that even, we don't need trees cut. Like, go, let's do something productive. Or the meaning I can give is, oh my gosh, how cool is it that my husband is so proud of our home and he wants to take good care of it and he's doing something he loves and he's getting outside. Like, that's so cute. It's literally that easy to go and shift your day-to-day reality. Okay. I think that one's really going to help a lot of you if you have some dynamics at home or even maybe some teammates that are kind of needy. Ask yourself, what if I didn't have any teammates? I'd probably be excited that people are messaging me. So how can I improve this relationship? But it's the law. It's your perspective on it. Okay. Next one is law of rhythm. Oh, y'all, this one is going to change your life. Nothing stands still. Everything is being born. It's growing, dying. The very instant a thing reaches its height, it begins to decline. So knowing that there are ups and downs, it's in your, things are just they're not going to go up and up and up and up. We are proof of that. Okay. Our company went from, I did 250,000 my first full year. Then I did 1.1 million. Then I started building the team out, right? Some of you are coming up on your 3 years with us. And then we did 1.15 or 1.1, then we did 2.7. And then this last year, we were just under that. So without the law of rhythm, you would think, oh my gosh, we kind of leveled out. No, we know that there's going to be ups like that. There's going to be flat. There's going to be down. There's going to be another up. Allison, her husband has been in his family business the whole time she's known him. And she's like, you have no idea over, the 30, 40 years, however long he's been working in it. I say 30 years. She's like, there are ups and downs, ups and downs, ups and downs. That is absolutely business. That is also marriage. Okay. How long have you guys been married? For those of you that have been married, put how many years in the comments. So Scott and I just had our 10-year anniversary this past summer. And if any of you are saying that your marriage has been perfect the whole time, you're lying, okay? Because of the law of rhythm. If you're really honest, okay, yeah, the moon goes up, the moon goes down, right? Look at this, almost 30 years, 27 years, 5 years. Oh, this is so cool. Would you all agree that there's some rhythms to marriage? Would you all agree on that? I mean, there are some rhythms. There's good times, there's hard times, there's just kind of blah times, and there's like the, whoo, we need to invigorate a little spice here times, right? So if we have that in our marriage and we're able to still be married and keep that going for those of you that are still married, why can't we have that kind of marriage or relationship with our business and go the distance and stick with it and not do the stop, go. Okay. I want you to think like that. You're going to marry your business and be committed for the ups and downs. Okay. I also want you to notice your own rhythms. So I don't know if any of you follow the moon rhythms, but it's a 28-day cycle. We all know this, right? So it goes through quarter moon, and then there's half moon, there's full moon, and it actually energetically, because of our relationship to the moon and the earth, there's some rhythms there. For thousands and thousands and thousands of years, women have really their life has been based off of these rhythms energetically. There's people who study it now. What I will tell you, aside from the moon, just giving you an example, is that we have our own rhythms. So have you ever noticed for the holiday season or the winter months or when it's colder, you tend to go a little bit inward for some of you, or you've noticed throughout the day that you have low energy in the morning and your second wind comes at night, or the opposite. You try to work on your business at night and you're exhausted and you're beating yourself up because you're not motivated. It's your rhythm. Okay. So you really want to pay attention. What is your rhythm? What works best for you? What do you enjoy? Okay. Next one is law of polarity. All contrast brings more clarity. So everything in life has an opposite. I think we all know that. But this is what I want you to remember. When contrast occurs, when something happens that you don't want, it's allowing you to get clear on what you do want. It's a good thing. It's not easy to go through the law of polarity. I sometimes call it the law of contrast. But the law of polarity, the opposite of what you want, it is not fun to go through the law of polarity. So when you can just release it and not make it be a bad thing and just know that you're in it, right? It's okay, this is happening right now. I don't love this, but what do I love? What most people do is they go, I don't like this. Don't like this. This is bad. No, this is not what I signed up for. I don't want this. And then what do we get? More of not good. It's worse. It's the burn it down, right? If you can use the law of polarity to say, okay, I don't want this. Okay, what do you want? And then, like how we started off today, you think about what you want. Think about it. Like really think about it, visualize it, feel it, let it come right now as if it's already happened. And now you've just shifted yourself into the law of attraction and out of polarity. Law of gender. Nature requires both masculine and feminine energies in equal amounts to thrive. So we've been taught, because, if you look at historically, obviously now there's more women, working, there's more women in leadership roles. We still have a ways to go with some of the C-suite and things like that. But there's obviously a shift. Look at us. We're all entrepreneurs that we're like, okay, we're just going to go build our own thing. So there's probably, I don't know the actual percentages. I know that there's more women graduating than males from college, things like that. Like it's all moving in the right direction. It's great. But it always wasn't that way. So predominantly, most of us were in the corporate space or are seeing this around us, a more masculine environment. I definitely inherently have a masculine energy about me. So what that means is it's the hustle, it's the do, it's the get it done, it's the go, go, go. You've got to work your way to the top. Nice girls don't get the corner office, right? So the law of gender is saying we need that, because nothing would get done without that. And we need the feminine. And the feminine is where we allow things to come in. It's where we just be. We're just being. We're just here. We're not doing anything. We surrender. Surrendering, by the way, is having faith in God. So for those of you that are like, oh, it's so hard to surrender, that's just, there's a gap there. Okay. So we get to work on that. Feminine is flow. How many of you have been in the zone? You know what I'm talking about. You're like, I was in the zone. That's the flow. That's feminine. Things are easy. So if you're noticing that everything is hard for you, ask yourself, well, how could this be easier? How could I make this easier? I'm all about that. And we call it simplify, to amplify. How can we simplify? And how can you invite more feminine into your life? So that's where the daily practices coming into play, which we're going to go through tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be very much about getting in alignment with the wealth frequency. So it's going to bring all of this to a culmination. But what are you doing every day, right, to get yourself into that feminine space? The last few here, law of perpetual, say this 10 times fast. Law of perpetual transmutation of energy. Everything in the universe is constantly evolving or fluctuating. So everything's in motion, right? And our goal is to continue to evolve. So the definition of transmutation is the action of changing or the state of being changed into another form. I just love that, being changed, and we're creating that change. But don't we want to change? Like we want to become better. And when Jessica said, I feel like you and your program and your coaches are teaching me to be a better woman, I love that, because at the end of the day, it's awesome to have a successful business and have money and all the things, but what kind of person are you, right? How are you showing up in this world with your family, with a stranger you don't know at a store? Are you cutting people off? Are you leaving church swearing at people? Someone flipped me off. When I was driving, I'm like, what is happening? I mean, I'm a good driver. I really am. I was like, what is happening? I can't remember the last time somebody flipped me off. And you know what I thought? The person's got some some stuff they need to release there. Okay. So we are in this process of change, and we're changing into another form, which is when we identify what we want to become, and then aligning ourselves up with that based on our thoughts and our feelings and actions. Also, you've heard of people say, let go and let God. Well, it's nicknamed, this is nicknamed by that law, to surrender. Otherwise, we can block prosperity from manifesting. Okay. So if we don't let go and let God, or, whatever your beliefs are around that, we can block prosperity from manifesting if we don't just let go and allow. The law of cause and effect. The universe does not judge us. It only provides consequences and lessons and opportunities to balance and learn through the law of cause and effect. So if you feel like, why is this happening to me? I have bad luck. No, you don't. Okay. It's all cause and effect. Every action will have a reaction. What you put out there will come back to you. Your energy has a ripple effect. It's karma. We don't know when, we don't know how, we don't know what it looks like. So all we want to do is put good karma out into the universe. If you have a random act of kindness and you do something and you're just like, a great example is I didn't know this, but the 5 love languages, my number 1 is gift giving. I think probably number 1 is affirmations, but number 2 is gift giving. And I didn't receive gifts as a kid very much. It was like, it just wasn't. So I always thought I didn't like gifts. Well, I realized I love gift giving. So if I'm giving gifts, I'm sure some of you have gotten gifts from me. I love gift giving. I'm not giving you a gift and sending you something in the mail so that you send me something back. I'm giving it because I love gift giving. Well, because I give gifts, guess what happens? I get back tenfold. I have a very, very blessed life, very abundant. Like, it's crazy. Well, how do you explain that? Because I'm putting good things out into the universe. So those things do not go unnoticed. The universal laws do notice them. Okay. So what you put out there, you get back tenfold. And remember, a ripple effect is real, and you can make a positive ripple or a negative ripple. You choose. Law of divine oneness. Beyond our senses, every thought, action, and event is in some way connected to anything and everything else. So we are all connected. And the reason why I want to include this one is because y'all are working with other people. All of you are. Social media, it's social, right? It's all about other people. You're doing a lot of DMing. You're maybe getting cold messages from people, and having this just kind of compassion and discernment allows us to let go of the judgment. So the YouTube crasher that came on here, or the person who flicked me off, instead of me judging them, the law of divine oneness allows me to say, you know what, we're all connected in some way, and I'm just going to choose compassion for this person. And I do pray. I know it sounds like, well, I'll just pray for them, but I do pray for them. Like, please help them, to have a better life so that they're not doing those things. I don't know why, and it's not my place to judge. So we'll just let it go. Okay. So having compassion. Okay. So for your homework today, did you guys like that? Learning about the universal laws? Let me know. Hashtag day 2 homework. This is in guide number 7. This will drop right in our Facebook group right now. The group is Goal Digger Creatives, if you're joining us on social media right now outside of Facebook. So we are going to do a giveaway for day 2 homework. I want to remind you guys that the Millionaire Mindset Experience program, this program is open right now. And we are doing a bonus. If you enroll between now and 11 a.m. Central, you're going to get my multiple streams to multi-millions masterclass. So it's all about multiple streams. The average millionaire has 7 streams of income. Okay. So if you have 1 right now, let's get another one on the books, and let's just keep going and going and going. The Millionaire Mindset Experience is a 12-week program with me. And I'll be live teaching every week a new module. There's 12 modules. You'll have lifetime access to the content, be able to ask me questions. We're also going to include with it, you're going to get a 12-part series of a compilation that I put together for you of me doing affirmations for you, meditations, guided visualizations that you're going to listen to every day. So this is going to be very much about embodying, calibrating, really experiencing a whole new level of where we can get your mindset to be and increase your set point on a day-to-day basis. Okay. So if you just jump down towards the end, just put MME in the comments for Millionaire Mindset Experience, MME, and we'll tag you on the information for that. Okay. Oh, also, this is the last chance to get into VIP. That's it. So if you want to jump into VIP, Put VIP in the comments, okay? If you have the registration link for this, if you re-register, you'll see an option to jump in as well. And the Zoom link will be emailed out to you. So just put VIP in the comments if you want to jump in. It's 11 a.m. Central on Tuesdays, Holly. We do skip my spring break week. And then that very last week, it has to be at 10 a.m. Central because we're doing something else. But again, you'll have all the recordings, and we always get replays up right away. So if you want to jump into VIP, just put VIP in the comments. VIP is where we'll go into a private Zoom session after this. And what we're going to do is we're going to dig into what we just talked about today. I'm going to allow you to talk through some things. I'm going to ask you guys some questions. You can get live coaching from me and our coaching team. So yeah, I highly recommend VIP. You also get lifetime access to all of these trainings, the live versions, the Zooms. We're taking all of these videos down outside of, that are inside of Goal Digger Creatives on Tuesday. So if you're watching right now and you're on replay, just binge watch them and get that done. They're all in guide number 7. Okay, the homework, you're gonna get to win a 2-piece swag set. So we have a swag shop, of course, and we have all kinds, we have t-shirts, we have workout tops, we have hoodies, we have hats, we have beanies, we have all kinds of cute stuff. It's adorable. I have like all of it. I probably have way too much swag. You're going to get to pick out 2 pieces from our swag shop as the winner of day 2 homework. Okay, so here's the homework. You're going to drop this inside of the Facebook group on the homework feed. That's called #day 2 homework. Okay. Action items. Journal any insights in regards to the universal laws. Just take a quick peek at them. Have your, there's notes in here in the workbook, or you can just do it in your journal. Any insights? Did anything come up for you today? You might have written down some stuff already, but I want you just to journal any insights. Just take a minute to assimilate what I said, because I gave you guys a lot of information. I told you we don't mess around. The second action item is to choose 3 universal laws that you will focus on. So what were 3 that really stood out for you? So maybe you're like, oh wow, I'm in the masculine all the time. So is it the law of gender? I think you choose that one because you want to focus more on the feminine, okay, and being, just allowing just that other side of you. Listen to one affirmation track of your choice. So we will drop this with the homework post, but we have a Google Drive folder where I've got they're a little bit, I did them a little bit ago, but they'll still work for you. These aren't the new ones that are in the Millionaire Mindset Experience, but we have a few affirmations, meditations, guided visualizations that I put together. I want you just to grab one. They're all short, like 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Grab one of those, pick one, and then just listen to that before tomorrow's training to complete the homework, okay? So just do those, and then you can always take a picture and tag me, throw it in your stories at the Goal Digger Girl. Just let me know your favorite takeaway from day 2. You can put on there, hey, crushing the Wealth Mastery Series with Kimberly Olson. DM me if you want to jump in. And then what happens is people see that and they're like, cool. And now you can strike up a conversation with a potential prospect, right? You just never know where that conversation will go, okay? Yeah, so all the replays are in guide number 7 inside of our Facebook group, Goal Digger Creatives. Yeah, so we're gonna do day 3 tomorrow, all about wealth frequency, how to get calibrated with wealth, getting in alignment, just all the things. It's gonna be tomorrow at 11 a.m. Central. And then we'll have all the replays up till Tuesday. Millionaire Mindset Experience, you can jump in now and then through Friday night, and we're closing it down, okay? This is your chance. I've not ever taught this before. I don't really do, coaching programs in this style. It's like a little mini compressed version. So it's a great opportunity to work with me at this level. And we're really going to do some amazing things together. Okay. So thank you, team behind the scenes and everybody that came on today. We're jumping into VIP now. So just check your email for the Zoom link. If you get stuck, you can email our team, thegoaldiggergirl@gmail.com, and just say, hey, I need help. So team, if you guys can pop into the inbox and keep an eye on that for a few minutes if anyone needs help. Or you can send a DM to your contact at Goal Digger, and we'll work on getting you in there, okay? So we're going to head over to VIP now. I'll see you guys there. And for everyone that came, thanks for being on. I appreciate you guys. Until next time, get lit in your business and set your soul on fire. We'll see you soon.